Hello survivors, Wanderer here. Welcome to Fallout 76 Permadeath. This is going to be a continuation of the story of my character in Fallout 4 Frost. I'm going to be going over some things in the beginning here so you have an idea of how I am kind of stitching these two stories together, how I will be sort of role-playing through this. So if you're watching this, as soon as it comes out, please know that yes, my current Frost playthrough is on pause. That is because the Nuka World update that I am waiting for is not yet complete. So once that is completed, I will be picking up on that. However, this series is going to assume that the character that I am playing in Fallout 4 Frost Permadeath does survive and makes it down to Appalachia. If you're not aware, Frost occurs about 5 years after the bombs drop in Fallout 4. So in 76, we're about 25 years after the bombs dropped. Timeline-wise, it's about 20 years after the events of Fallout 4 Frost, if that makes sense. Our character doesn't really age too much. He is effectively somewhat quasi-immortal, not quite fully immortal. He can obviously die from things, but he has some advantages that other people do not have, like regeneration. He can regen lost limbs, and those advantages are because of all of those experiments that were done on him by the Fledgling Institute and Dr. Richard Lerna in the Frost era. So if you're unaware of what Fallout 4 Frost is a survival simulator for Fallout 4. It's a total overhaul of the game. All the quests, all the NPCs are gone, factions are gone, some new factions are present that are not present in the main Fallout 4 game. It is a different time period. Just imagine 200 years before the events of Fallout 4, what that would have looked like. There's a nuclear winter, the very air is toxic, etc., etc. 20 years have passed since the events of Fallout 4 Frost on my Permadeath run, and if you haven't watched that Permadeath run and you're very confused, please go and watch it instead of this. So how did my character, the Travis Bickle wannabe lookalike, find himself in Appalachia in West Virginia? Well, after the events of the Fallout 4 Frost era, he was quite disillusioned and done with the Commonwealth and that part of the world. The US Army remnants were still looking for him, obviously, so he decided to make his way further south in the hopes of finding greener pastures, both figuratively and literally. Unfortunately, on his trip down south looking for greener pastures, some Enclave scientists and Army remnants are able to catch up with him, and they do in fact capture him. They do this by using a secret reset code that effectively resets him back to a base state. Although he's not quite a synth, he does have many synthetic parts and enhancements. Also, he's had some gene editing done to him. He is basically just a big walking science experiment, and there was a way to essentially reset him back to baseline. That's why you'll see that many of the perks that made him so strong are now wiped out. There are some things that remain though, things like his physical stamina and endurance. His strength is still fairly high, he has a good amount of running speed, but he is currently fairly weak after having been abducted for so long. Fortunately, or perhaps unfortunately, on the way back to wherever they were taking HRD4, which is technically our character's name, we'll just be calling him HR from now on, HR's captors are beset by desperate survivors. These survivors happened to have picked up some quite advanced weaponry, and they are able to take out or take captive the scientists and Army remnants. During the scuffle, HR is able to break free and makes a run for it. Over 20 years, he makes his way south, getting further and further away from his captors, trying to put as much distance between himself and them as he can, while also trying to find a greener, better place to start over again. Along with resetting all of his gained abilities, the recall code used on him has also reset his memory, so he doesn't really remember much of what happened to him. All he knows is that he was taken captive by some scientist and army types, they were ambushed, and he was able to get free. And now he's trying to put as much space between those people and himself as he can, and that's really all he knows. Upon making his way south, he hears some radio broadcasts picked up by his Pip-Boy, which he had taken from a dead survivor he finds on the way. And all these various broadcasts lead him to Appalachia, specifically towards a region that houses Vault 76. He hears broadcasts from someone called the Responders, who seem like a peaceful group trying to restore order. as well as various other factions. With so many miles between him and his captors, he feels a bit more safe in trying to settle down and find some other survivors. While making his way south, HR finds the entrance to Vault 76. He camps just outside and eventually sees the vault door open. A lone vault dweller rushes out, and HR sees his chance. He rushes inside. However, once he's inside, he finds that nobody is here. He looks around, finds some supplies, but not really any answers. It seems that everyone in this vault has vacated and left for the wasteland. Searching for answers, he finds the Overseer's terminal. And here, our story begins. 25 years after the vault doors close, you are to prepare your citizens to leave Vault 76 and begin a process called reclamation. Specifics will be disseminated automatically as that time approaches. After Reclamation Day, you are personally ordered to find and secure 3 nuclear silos coded Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. If these sites are still nuclear capable, ensure no one except Vault Tech can access or launch nuclear ordnance. To be clear, even if there are other authorities, whether government, militia, or otherwise, their claims are to be ignored. Vault Tech alone maintains jurisdiction. Vault 76 Parameters. Congratulations, Overseer. Vault 76 is one of the most important projects that Vault Tech has completed. No expense has been spared on building, staffing, and selecting the inhabitants of your vault. The cream of the crop of America have been chosen, including luminaries from Vault Tech University. The special classes and instructions you've received about managing a vault do not apply to this assignment. Vault 76 is special. Your mission is to see the livelihood and well-being of your residents and make sure they're ready to colonize America once the all-clear is received. It's expected you will face challenges we haven't prepared you for. Adapt, learn, and thrive. America is counting on you. So Vault 76 is one of the few vaults that is not running any kind of nasty experiments. It simply houses the brightest and best that are going to be the future of America, hopefully 25 years after the bombs have dropped. Operation procedures. Okay, we're not going to look into this too much, I don't think. But our studies have shown that even after a relatively short duration of living within the amenities of a Vault Tech, that our subjects can grow dependent on them. That will not do for Vault 76. After the all-clear message is received, Vault 76 will shut down all functions inside of 24 hours. Air circulation will cease last, and you should warn the Vault residents that staying inside the vault can be lethal after this period. Everyone must leave the nest. It's imperative that all residents are focused on the important job of rebuilding America, so that's why nobody is here. They've all been forced to leave. In fact, the fact that we're here so shortly after probably means that that's the only reason why we can breathe, is because the air is still circulating. And that guy that just left probably left because he knew he only had a short amount of time left. Okay, not going to go into this too much on the Overseer's duties. And let's see here. Reclamation Day has arrived. We count down to midnight. I haven't seen everyone cheer like that since Vault Baby number 1 was born. I called lights out a couple hours ago. I had to get security to help a few people to their beds. Then the volunteers and I got all the standees set up just like we practiced. Need to make the final recording, and then it'll be time to head out that door. I wish I could be there to help everyone on their way, but I know they'll make me proud. This is from the Overseer, talking about their Reclamation Day celebration the night before. Survival first. As instructed, we set up the survival packages. I've advised everyone to run fast and far from 76 as soon as the doors open. We have no information about what awaits us. Vault Tech says we're America's best hope. Now we'll find out. Okay, this is about the Vault residents. I don't care too much about any of this. And deleted files are obviously deleted. Okay, we will eject that holotape as well and see what is on it. We found a nice vault suit in here that we can wear. Our other clothes were rather beat up, as well as a party hat, which doesn't really help us in any way, but who knows? It might be useful for some reason, as well as a couple of basic supplies in here, but for the most part, we've been running on pretty much empty. We haven't been able to stockpile too much, finding mostly wilderness between the Commonwealth when we were captured and West Virginia. So holotape, this is the log of the Overseer from Vault 76.
Overseer's log, or should I say, direct communication. Because whoever is listening to this had the moxie to try to find out where I've gone. But I'm glad you did. Truth is, I need your help. I've been given a task and I've decided to break protocol and tell you what it is. Because if there's one thing I've learned in these past few years, it's that we need to rely on each other. There were 3 active nuclear silos in Appalachia before the bombs fell. They blew up the world before. We can't let it happen again. So we've got to locate and secure all of the silos. Or die trying. Hopefully the former. But it's been 25 years. I just don't know what we're gonna find out there. Or where to start. My directive was to go to the nearest population center and assess the situation. I'll set up a camp on the way once I get my bearings. Find me there.
Okay, so the Overseer has gone to see what's what in this area, which we'll be doing as well. Doesn't seem like I can take anything here. Personnel terminal, what's in here? Final notice. If anyone is found accessing this terminal and is not a member... Okay, we don't care. Correspondence. Missing Nuka-Chola Cherry. Okay, I don't care about any of this stuff too much. All the files have been deleted. Except for this one person. Okay. Nothing too important there. We're not going to go through and read through every little thing, just things that are important to us. We have some playing cards here, some glasses, and a pen. Might all come in handy, I suppose. Right, so level up time. Of course, all of our stats and such were wiped. We are effectively a blank slate at this point because of the reset code used on us. So now we have to go through and redo everything. Okay, so I'll do intelligence, I think, because if you're not smart, you're dead. And I suppose having first aid is probably good. Healing ourselves will be good. So we'll start out with that. Okay. Well, it seems there's nothing much for us here, so I believe we'll have to move on, despite the fact that this is a nice cozy vault, and I've wanted to get into one of these for ages, or rather HR has wanted to get into one of these for ages, and see what it's like. But seeing what it's like here, and now finding out that we can't do much of anything here, I guess we'll be leaving. Check the security terminal real quick here. Okay, this is just about security logs and stuff, nothing too important here that we need. This place has been cleaned out, it looks like. Well, out we go to Appalachia at large and for a new adventure.
War never changes. In 1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If our founding fathers could only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gathered together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure. But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself. So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny, if war must come, we stand together knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Okay guys, so really quickly, because we're playing this as a continuation of Frost, I thought it was only appropriate that we amp the difficulty level up a little bit in Fallout 76, and the only way I can do that, and the only way I can really roleplay through this without intrusion from other players, is by doing this either on a private world or on a custom world. And I think the way we're going to go is with a custom world, because I can change things here to make this much, much more like Frost. I want to go over these settings really quickly here. So in general, perk effects, I think we'll leave that as default. There are legendary perks as well, which I will use if I get that high of level. Drop additional loot on death. Well, if I die, I'm just dead, so I don't really care about that. If I'm dying, I'm dead and I have to restart. New flaring creatures, I'll leave that as default. Default weather, default power armor drain. Jump height is fine. Jump AP cost. So yeah, I'll leave it as default. I was debating maybe turning that off because there's no AP drain on jumping in Frost or in Fallout 4, but we'll leave it as is. Fast travel. So I wanted to do a fast travel rule where I could only travel to train stations and make that in my camp, and that'd be my only fast travel. But unfortunately, that's not an option that I can enforce easily. So I'll just be leaving this as default. So the rule is I can only do train stations or my camp. I decided to be a little bit more lenient with this because the Fallout 76 world is, as the meme goes, 4 times the size of Fallout 4, and walking across it back and forth continually would be really tedious. But this way I have to do some walking. It's kind of a balance. I can only go to train stations I've discovered, but I can't travel everywhere. All this stuff should be fine. I debate on the carry weight multiplier because in Frost, of course, you have a lot less carry weight. However, you need a lot more junk in Fallout 76 than you do in Fallout 4 in Frost. So I'm leaving this default also as kind of a role-playing thing, because although they could reset many of the quote-unquote perks that my character had accrued, his strength and his ability to carry stuff would not really have changed. That's not a mental thing, it's a physical attribute. They can't physically make you lesser like that. So I'm going to leave the carry weight and the carry weight multiplier as default, because that's kind of a perk of my character surviving through the world of Frost and making it into West Virginia. He's able to carry more what a regular person in a Fallout world could now. So these should be all fine. Workshop stuff, free building. No, we need resources to build stuff. We'll leave that the same. This is fine too. This is all good stuff, I would say. Yeah, we'll say this is all pretty much fine. The only thing I would like to do is making camps. Yes, fewer building restrictions, and we'll make a higher camp radius if I want to make a big, large camp somewhere. That's fine. Most locations allowed for camp building just for immersion purposes, because why not? It doesn't really matter where I build a camp at. We'll just say wherever you want, pretty much. Combat. Here's the big one, okay? Here's the big one. Here's where the Frost difficulty comes into effect. So we're turning it off. period. No VATS use at all. I can't use VATS to check for mines. I can't use VATS to check for not players, but enemies. VATS is just off, period. Durability is fine. We're going to leave that as default. Legendary mod effects, we're going to turn these off. They don't exist in Fallout 4 Frost, so they won't exist in 76, even though I'll be extremely, extremely sad if I find a very good legendary and I can't use it. It won't really matter anyway, though, because I'm on a custom world and you can't take it with you. So, yeah, anyway, I'll turn that off. Proximity enemy spawn, we're not going to worry about this. We're going to leave it off. It's a weird effect that makes things continually spawn around you. I guess it could be fun, but it would be hell, and I would die very, very quickly. Melee and VATS cost for AP, it's fine, we'll leave that as is. Difficulty, my understanding is that this affects the hit points of enemies. So I'm going to put this at, I believe, hard. This should, I believe, double the hit points of enemies. PvP rules, we're never going to be in PvP, but I'll put this at never. Obviously, infinite ammo is going to be off as well. Damage received and dealt. We're putting this up to 200% on both. Now, initially I was going to do 100% for damage dealt, and then 200% for damage received. That'd be a little bit more in line with what Frost does. Unfortunately, it goes from 50% to 200% instantly. There's no 100% setting. So I thought that 200% on both was a little bit too much damage for the player. I feel like they should do a little bit less damage than that to keep it more challenging. And so that's why I've set the difficulty to hard. So I'm effectively doubling the enemy's health, which brings my damage down by about half due to the fact that they have so much more health, if that makes sense. So it should be, from my testing, it should be fairly in line with what you see in Frost. And that should be good. Okay, here we are in sunny Appalachia. What a nice day it is. We haven't seen any of those in the Frost and the Commonwealth, but it is 20 years later. Radiation's not quite as bad as it once was. We have a sign here for the Wayward, opening soon. All kinds welcome. Located at the corner of Route 86 and 88. Here is, of course, the entrance for Fallout 76, and I'm getting a bit of screen tearing here. Let me just go and adjust that really quickly. That may be in any setting that I have to go and check out eventually. But okay, so we have pretty much nothing on us at this point. We're going to have to quickly find some weapons. Is that a corpse I see over there? What a view, though. What a beautiful view. In case you're curious, yes, my character does look pretty similar to what he looked like in the previous series. I couldn't get him quite exact. And he also has quite a bit more facial damage. You can't see it too well here, but he has some scars. He has some pock marks. He's grown a bit of a beard because really, who can be bothered to have a clean-shaven face at all times on the road? But he's kept the wonderful mohawk that he had previously. Corpse looks quite desiccated. It's been here some time, it looks like. And yes, we do have a pipe pistol here. Going to favorite that really quickly. Only 7 rounds, not a lot to go on, but, you know, we'll make do. We always do. A robot here named Pennington.
Oh, sir. Those young ladies down there, they seem exceedingly alive. They haven't yet made any untoward advances, but perhaps you could speak to them? Verify their intentions are civil?
Well, that's not so out of the ordinary. Why would you think they aren't alive? What are they doing here?
Only that they appear to have some vested interest in accessing the vault. One seemed quite perturbed when I told them that wouldn't be happening, but I'm not sure if she believed me.
Well, who wouldn't want to access the vault? I mean, it's free food, security, it'd be everything. It'd be, you know, guaranteed to live as opposed to the wasteland, which is kind of a hellhole. So, what's been going on out here?
Until quite recently, it's been exceedingly peaceful. I maintained my post, greeted latecomers out of the vault, and otherwise reveled in Appalachia's natural splendor. But very recently, it seems people have come back to Appalachia. Those two and more to boot. The non-vault sort, you understand. It's all very concerning. Who knows what they might be up to?
So other factions, other people, general survivors that might want to kill us, might want to help us, might just want to stay away from us. So about the Overseer, have you seen her?
Well, yes, but it's been some time. But she was a resourceful woman. I'm sure she's all right.
Okay, I think I'll be on my way.
Oh, do be careful out there, sir.
I guess because we're wearing this Vault 76 outfit that he assumes that I am
Hey there!
a dweller of Vault 76, as do these two people.
Whoa! Just a friend here, not a threat. Just had some questions for you. You came out of the vault, right? I thought it was empty. Wait, is the door still open?
Well, I actually snuck in and wanted to live there, but it turns out everybody's gone. Yeah. What's your interest, though?
My partner and I need a way into that vault. We got a tip from the Wayward. Heard of the place? New bar down the road. So this guy told us that...
After you gave him the last of our caps?
And he said that inside that vault is the... You know, that's where the big one is. Our last chance to turn our lousy luck around.
Could lie into the big ones there, all right. We managed to trap it, but barely made it out alive. What are you talking about, the big one?
You know, the thing that brought everyone back. The treasure.
There's treasure out here?
Well, yeah. There was this big broadcast, but shouldn't you know it was in there?
I told you, Lacey. The guy was scamming us.
But those were the last of our caps. No. Someone has to know something. We're just gonna stick it out until we find them.
Wonderful.
Thanks for answering some questions for us, I suppose. Seems only fair I return the favor. Anything we can answer for you?
You don't have a spare weapon, do you?
They sent you out here without a weapon? Be a quick trip trying to do this unarmed. Here.
Ah, machete, my favorite. So tell me more about this area, because I'm just getting here, technically.
About Appalachia?
Other than it's a graveyard?
There's that. We haven't been here real long, but from what we've been able to piece together, the area got hit pretty hard. Not long after, well, these things showed up.
The Scorched.
They're merciless. They seem to have cleaned up whoever the bombs might have missed. Without people around, everything else has gone haywire.
So the world's pretty bad out there?
We both came over from Virginia. Well, what was Virginia? There's a lot more hot zones that way. And the few spots that are livable, well, they got picked clean fast. I mean, Appalachia's dangerous, really dangerous. But it's better than where we've been.
So... sounds like this might be a good place to settle down for us, assuming that we don't find any more of the people that captured us. So what else do you know about this treasure?
Happy to tell you what I know, which isn't much. Someone made a broadcast not too long back about there being some kind of treasure buried in Appalachia. We don't know what, we don't know where. With people as desperate as they are, it's meant everyone with a functioning radio's come back to try and see if they can get a piece of it.
Monsters or no?
Guy we met at the Wayward. Carter, I think was his name. He gave us a couple of leads to chase down, in exchange for all our money. Up to us now to make something of them.
Okay. I guess I better be going then.
Watch yourself out there.
I'm gonna try to boost the sound a bit here. Okay, hopefully the audio is a bit better now. Sorry, it was a bit light there. I don't know if this is your stuff, but it's not stealing. You don't seem too perturbed by me taking it, so I think I'm just gonna take it. With some fungus right here, don't mind if I do. What is that? Some kind of not very happy robot. And there are several of them. Okay, that I cannot really see you very well. You're kind of in a bush there. I assume that means you can't see me very well either, but I don't want to make any assumptions. Wouldn't do to end our story here after all those years of surviving. Oh, I can hear something robotic over there. This thing does not do a lot of damage. Hopefully I set the damage settings correctly because that was not very much. Though I am just using a pipe pistol. And look at that, what I complained about for so long in the Commonwealth, that I couldn't gather wood from logs and such, well, we can do that here. I think maybe I'll just leave those robots be for now and just go around. I'm also going to put my machete on my number 1 slot here because, well, I only have 5 bullets left and that's not great. There are some deer over here, which that equals meat to me. Normally that other one would have run, but I guess these rad stags are particularly dumb. And we're already hearing gunshots from multiple directions. Yep, this is Fallout.
Building this place up is hard work.
Okay, this guy seems to be not hostile. Office desk fans, my favorite. See if I can cook up some of this delicious deer meat. Our favorite food. Yes, we can.
Fix that. Never seems to end.
Nothing else we can make here for now. That will be nice for carry weight.
Need to find a place to settle down for the rest of the day.
You don't say. So this isn't your stuff, I guess, then? Oh, good. Some more ammo. Well, you have a good one then, sir. I'm going to be on my way, I think.
Ferals don't get you. Rads will.
Heard some gunshots up here, and I'm curious what was going on. I'm curious if I can maybe scavenge some weapons or ammo. When there's a conflict, there are often far less people and more resources. I'd be spamming the VATS key like crazy if I could right now, but unfortunately, that's not a thing anymore. I'm not sure how far this was, how far these gunshots were away. Oh, here we go. Just over the hill here.
Sunny makes a good hoagie.
That's a weird, random comment, but alright. This person seems friendly enough. Bit worse for wear, but not too bad. They've already stripped these mole rats, unfortunately.
Hey there. In my downtime, I love reading those magazines.
Do
How
you?
about you? Have you read them before?
I have quite a few.
I have a few spares that I scavenged. My favorite is Grognak the Barbarian. You should definitely read this issue. You want it? Hope you enjoy.
I mean, sure, why not? It's free stuff. I'm just gonna look around your camp and liberate you of anything extra that you might not need, since you don't seem to care. Just some money in that one. That's unfortunate. Oh, here we go, though. More 38 rounds. Good, good, good. The 38's not my favorite. Another thing I've wanted to do in Fallout 4 for a long time is be able to scrap stuff
Now that people
over here.
This area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
Foundation, you say? Okay, well, you're a bit too fanatical about your magazine reading for my liking, even though I am a librarian by trade in real life. You seemed a bit too excited about those magazines. But I appreciate the free stuff. I think I'll be on my way. So, the first thing we should do probably is visit the Wayward, I would say, and try to find out more about this treasure and about the surrounding area. Find out what threats are here, what kind of resources are available, if we can maybe find ourselves some power armor in the very near future. Scavenger, okay.
It's just about time to eat.
This one doesn't seem to be hostile, seems to have taken out a protector on here.
Oh, how you doing tonight? Yes, sir, we got a calm, clear night. Perfect for watching the stars.
It's the middle of the day. But too quiet for me.
You're right about that. After dusk, folks are cautious about every...
Uh-oh. What just happened? Speaking of sneaking, I'm just going to liberate you of these bottles. You don't need these empties, right? Ooh, we have some...
I'll... take another. Maybe just one more... whiskey. Oh, I'm sore all over. Oh, building this place up is hard work.
Well, he seems quite oblivious. It's tempting to just shoot him in the back and take his stuff, but... I don't know. We're starting over. We're starting again. Let's try not to murder every single person that we see. I think I just spied us another doe. Where is it? Oh my god.
That was horrible.
They're just deer, man.
Clean up this, fix that. It never seems to end.
There certainly are a lot of people in this area. And most of them are friendly. Unfortunately, I think he's already taken the meat, yes.
I haven't hit
You
rock
scared the
bottom
rest
yet.
away.
Just you wait.
Are you all drunks? Or maybe just had some indigestion after a particularly nasty piece of meat. in the wasteland. Plans for a ivory grip and more 38 rounds, okay. More shooting in the distance there. Back here, okay. Well, I'm just gonna leave him be, I guess. More wood everywhere here. What is going on in here? There's a periodic table in here. An equation. Well, I'll take the test tubes. That's good glass I can use for crafting. Some leather hide. A lone tato, more hide. Another action revolver grip, okay. Reuben's safe key. This is the Vault 51 Overseer, a different vault. Checklist. Distract him, stash the supplies, jump in the other crate, pray to God survive, find anyone from 76, and kill Zax. And Zax was not killed. Shelter building supplies. Oh, this is just a list of what he needs for his shelter. Didn't get his gears and his copper, I guess, yet. Do not have any bobby pins, unfortunately. Don't suppose you have any laying about you. Doesn't look like it. Maybe I'll get... Oh, never mind. There were some in here. Maybe he was trying to get this open. Okay. Leather arm and some random valuables. Okay, I guess we'll take it all. Certainly can't hurt. Maybe cook up some more food here. Wow, well, we can make an entire cobbler from just some starlight berries. I don't know how that magic happens, but hey, I'll take it. Also getting a bit thirsty, but as you know, we are no strangers to thirst, and I will not be drinking just regular boiled water if I can avoid it. Let's go into modify and scrap some stuff here. The hatchet versus the machete. The hatchet's a bit worse. I'll go ahead and scrap this. So as you can see here, you can modify the stuff here. Oh, I can make this serrated blade. I think I will do that. Doesn't require anything to make it serrated. It should make it bleed, have bleed damage, and do more base damage. It's pretty good. There are legendary mods, is what I was going to say here, and just seeing what I can make here, which is not much. They don't work, though, so I might get legendary items, but they will not function, or their legendary portion of them will not function properly, so that's how that works in case you're curious. Where are we here on the map now? Cabin over here. There's a lumber mill over here. And a lighthouse over here. Shack was over there. Let's go and check out the lumber mill over here. Seems to be over here on the map. Oh, that deer is back. Scared it away. What are those? Bee swarms? A mutated bee swarm? I think I'm going to pass on that. I'll come back to this farm here in a second. We'll check out the lumber mill over here first. Already accumulated 72 rounds of 38, although 38 is not a particularly strong caliber, and I'll want something a bit stronger as soon as I can. That robot appears to not be hostile, one of the few. I guess since Starlight Creeper is so easy to make into Cobbler, we'll just keep picking those up. No one here, it seems. Very nice, a hunting rifle and some rounds for it. Let me go ahead and bind that as well. Only 4 rounds. Okay. Mentats. Good for our sanity. Good for the mental health, but, you know, a bit addictive. Okay, robot back here also seems to be friendly. Gonna check back of this truck, make sure we don't miss anything, and there is a gas can there. Quite a bit of free lumber over here, as this is a lumber mill. Ooh. Okay. I don't like you at all. You're rather disgusting. You do quite a bit of damage as well. And extremely fast, too. Sugar bombs. 100% daily value of sugar. Okay. Another locked crate here. Hopefully something good. Fishing rod. Okay, some random useful junk here. In typical fashion, I'm going to just kind of grab everything. We're trying to, after all, build up a stockpile. If we're going to settle here, then we're going to want a stockpile of stuff to build up ourselves. Swear I heard more skittering over there. Some antiseptic with that, that's good. We can maybe make some bandages and heal ourselves up a bit. That'd be alright. Okay, let's check and see what's up on top over here. It is getting towards night pretty quickly here. Job opportunity from Gary to Paul. Okay. Wait, is this a different... Oh, so there's a different lumber mill somewhere else that he was mentioning? Find out what the key unlocks. All the way up here, huh? That's quite a distance away. I don't know if we'll be going there quite yet. I might go and visit the Wayward first. Get a bit more information about the lay of the land before I proceed anywhere that far. Okay, do I have any 8 items I could use? Maybe just have a couple beers. Some food. Okay, nothing like some alcohol to numb the pain, I suppose.
Trees are the enemy. Must eliminate trees.
You say so, Mr. Robot Man. Go kill those trees. Okay, not much else here, I don't think. Another rad stag here. How have I missed that? Again, I missed. I can't believe that. Took a lot of shots. Well, it is 38 ammo after all, I guess. It's not very powerful. Appears to be some lights on over there, and here as well. Where there's power, there are often people, though it could just be leftovers. I don't know if they're friendly or not. Sounds not very friendly. Getting out the big gun for this, just to make sure. That does confirm the other damage mod is certainly working. Good, 308 rounds, need more of those. I'm gonna back off now. Those didn't really seem to be normal. Not quite like feral ghouls, but not quite human either. Okay, I think that's everyone from this small area. Another hunting rifle. Might be wondering if I can just mod stuff out on these two, and I actually can't, because along with resetting my memory and my perks, that recall code reset my knowledge of gunsmithing as well, unfortunately. Go ahead and scrap, and we'll do this one. And that too. A true stock. That might be worth crafting here real quick. Decent stock, better recoil, better accuracy maybe. Can also make a pipe revolver gun. That might be useful. But no, I'll just modify it for now. We'll try modifying our hunting rifle. I need more screws. Okay. Don't quite have what we need for that. So, these appear to be the scorched that person was referring to. They have some kind of rocky growth coming out of them and very scarred, irradiated tissue. They do look to be kind of scorched, as the name would imply. This thing is quite lethal. Thankfully they don't have the extremely high resistance to damage that the feral ghouls do. Darn it, we missed. Missed again. Okay, I'm gonna back up a bit. There we go. Nice solid headshot there. Need to be very, very careful right now. We're basically wearing nothing but our skin. Vault suits are not very good protection against gunshots. This appears to be cleared out now. This one is petrified. I'll leave him as he is, I think. Oh. That doesn't look healthy. And indeed, it does give us rads. Okay. Let's avoid that. Ooh, a fragmentation grenade. That's excellent. Going to put that in my grenade pouch right now, just so we have it handy. Every building so far has had some of those in that... Oh, there's another... I was wondering if there'd be another one over here. There we go. I will be trying to take everything out from a long range with a single shot as often as I possibly can, at least until we get some better weapons and armor. Pumpkins, Well, I mean, you can eat pumpkin. Don't know how much nutrition you'd actually get from that, but desperate times, right? A cat? I definitely heard a cat. In before we're over encumbered. You outside? You must be upstairs. Oh, a dead one up here as well. Hi, kitty. You seem to be in decent enough health. You're surviving okay. I'm not quite desperate enough to eat the cat just yet, so we'll leave them be. Oh, a pipe revolver. Very nice. Message to Sammy. Responders don't know shit. Every night there's more of them in the sky. Brotherhood warned them, warned us all. Defiance has fallen, they said. What the hell does that mean? Supplies running low. May try to get to Abby way over the mountain. Free States have gotta know more. Sammy, if you read this, get to Abby. Straight east of the Red Rocket Mega Stop. She knows the Brotherhood of Steel better than anyone. May angels look after you, because sure as shit, nothing else will. Message from Sammy. Message to Sammy. Got it, okay. And Abby's bunker has been added to our map. Didn't even see that scorched corpse right there. That looks like it could be the Red Rocket Megastop. And there's the bunker right there. Okay, that's all the way across the map, though. It's a long walk away. We'll leave that for exploration for another day. Well, I'm sorry, kitty. I'd take you with me, but I don't know how I'd really carry a cat with me all the way whenever I'm going somewhere. I think it'd be pretty bad. Doesn't spill anything out. I'll take the bear for some extra leather, though. Oh, we have some carrots here. Okay. Well, that might be all that's really useful here, for the most part. I'm going to scrap stuff before I leave, though. There is more stuff in here I didn't get, I guess. Okay, let's grab everything real quick. And then scrap it. Those are quite heavy, so being able to find a place where I can get them and then immediately scrap them is pretty good. This hard hat does not really provide us with any extra protection, so I'm just going to scrap it for now. Extra machete. No, that's our main machete. Okay, let's scrap one of these. I'm going to scrap this one, I think. And we'll use the other one. This one is worse. Okay, so got even more weapons now. So let's see here. We have our machete, we have our pipe pistol, hunting rifle, and the pipe revolver. Next time I see a weapons workbench, I'll be checking that and seeing what I can do with them if I have enough materials to make any modifications. Okay, where are we at now exactly? Okay, we're at the farm over here, right. Just head down the road, I suppose, and check out this wayward area. No crazy smart dogs in here. There's gotta be a story with that dog and his equations. There's that cabin we explored earlier. Already got everything over there. Right this way for the wayward. Another radstag doe. I really can't believe I missed that shot. Felt like I was right on there, but you know... After having everything reset, we might not have the best accuracy in the world. Okay, let's keep going. Just trying to keep my eyes peeled. Just a fox. I'm not worried about a fox. Because I can't use VATS to target things and kind of cheat my way into seeing where stuff is. I don't know what that is. I did pick up some binoculars. Did not see you there, scavenger.
It's hard work making a living out here.
Looks like a campfire over there. Not sure what's there. You don't say.
If you don't look close enough, you'll miss what you're looking for. Didn't you hear? People are saying there's gold everywhere.
So are you panning the rivers for gold?
The scorched or the ferals don't get you, the rads will.
True enough. Okay, well there's a camp up the river over here, it looks like. I'm pretty sure I saw a campfire, but I'll go there in a second. I want to check out the Wayward here. We've got some corn. Looks like Indian corn. I don't know if I actually saw any corn in the Commonwealth ever. We'll just do some cleanup duty here for these guys and get some free glass in the process. That's a sentry bot, it sounds like. But not hostile because it would be firing on me if it was. Bessie, the sentry bot. And look, it even has the spots like a cow. That's pretty great, actually. Well, this is the Wayward. Guess we can talk to, what was his name, Carter? And find out more about this treasure here. Team only interior, a private area that is unique to your character. Okay, I don't care about this because, yes, I'm on a solo server, so we'll check to see if there's anything we can just grab in here as well. Ooh, yes, desk fans. Yes, I will take this stuff. Sure, why not?
Lady, I will paint the walls with you if you don't tell me where Crane's treasure is right now!
Sweetheart, I think you must be sick, because pointing a gun at me in my own bar is a terminal affliction. I told you it was gonna end badly.
You're
Now,
welcome.
I'm hoping you're here to have a drink and play nice. I've had a gun pointed at me more than enough for one day.
Well, if you're friendly, I'm friendly.
Huh. Well, not exactly the introduction to the Wayward I would have hoped for. Well, sorry about that, darling. First round's on me. Name's Duchess. There's something I could do for you.
What was that all about?
Your guess is as good as mine, sweetheart. He busted in here saying I needed to turn over the location of some fella named Crane, who I guess I must have served at some point or another. Since then, a steady stream of miscreants has been making my life irritating. Not exactly good for a budding business.
So, you need help with dealing with those thugs?
Now that you mention it, I could use an extra pair of hands. See? That boy you put down. He's not the first of his crew to roll in here, but I want him to be the last. Normally, I'd send my people out to clean house, but my muscles run off, so I don't have the bodies to spare right now. But I'm willing to pay good money if you put an end to this for me. So, what do you say?
Well, you want me to kill him?
I don't care how you deal with them. Sweet talk, string up their leader by his ears. Hell, buy them all ice cream sandwiches. Whatever you can do to get them to stop harassing us is fine by me.
And what are you paying?
50 caps if you can get the job done.
Well, it's not much, but it's a lot more than I have, so... Sure.
That's what I was hoping. So, the details. Now, each of these boys came in asking after Crane. I'm thinking we can make that work for us. How would you grab the attention of a bunch of single-minded thugs?
You want me to pretend to be Crane?
Well, aren't you a smart cookie? And I think I know just how to do it. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I think I'll just... I just want you to know, architecture ain't exactly my forte. Huh, not half bad. So what I've chicken scratched together here for you is the schematic for one custom-made Crane Treasure Hunting Inc. sign. If I didn't butcher the plans too bad, it's got a little system built in that'll make sending out an advertisement and getting this gang's attention a snap. You just need to build it, use the tape it spits out to tell the world you're open for business, and then convince any punks that show up to tell you where their boss is hiding. They did teach you all how to build from schematics up in that vault of yours, didn't they?
I'll figure it out.
That's the spirit.
Hey, if you need a refresher, good old Morty Mort can help you out.
What are you on about, Mordecai?
Hey, nah, I'm not bragging or anything, but I've got some tapes that cover that very subject.
Oh, Mort, not the tapes. Well, you find yourself wanting a refresher? Talk to Mort. Of course you're gonna need materials, but we should have enough lying around to cover you there. Get you together a little care package. Throw some rations in there too, so you don't starve on me. And so you know, you might have to break some of this scrap down for parts. But I can spot you some workbench materials too, since you're doing me such a big one. Who knows? Maybe you'll learn something while you do it. Now, you ready to get this show on the road?
I did want to ask, you haven't seen the Overseer of Vault 76, have you?
Overseer, huh? So you must be the one. No, I haven't seen her. But I have heard her. My people found a tape just on the other side of the road that it seems she left behind for one of her dwellers. Though it's a bit out of date now. Maybe it was waiting there for you. Happy to give it to you. So long as you're still willing to help us.
Well, 50 caps is 50 caps, sure.
Hot dog. Be good to have those dolts off our back at long last. Just make sure, once you find out where they're hiding, that their leader gets the message. The wayward gets left alone. And here, that Overseer tape. Sounds like she set up that camp across the way so her people could get some practice in self-reliance. Probably worth looking into if you think you could use a refresher.
Okay. Level up again here as well. And I won't be doing any of the reward stuff from the score, I don't think. We did get some nice rewards from Duchess here, though. Oh, another level up, huh? Okay, I'm not going to say no to experience and more perks. Getting those perks back is going to be important. So she did say to pretty much help ourselves to whatever is around here. Those, I mean, obviously we can't take all of her beer. That would be a bit much, but some of the random spare parts she has around here, well, that's fine. Don't suppose she'll be making any spaghetti or anything anytime soon. Could probably take that colander, you know? So, about those tapes.
Yeah? Something you need?
So this is a non-feral ghoul.
Allergies. Learned the hard way. I can't stand within 10 feet of a strawberry. Come on, man, that's a joke. Truth is, I was outside on Doomsday. Now you see, I drove security, and I was coming back from a pickup in the truck when I feel this rumble, and then quiet. Then a whole lot less quiet. And the truck was hit with this wind, and it was like someone dropped a hurricane on it. I can hear it battering the truck. Bang, 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 like it's got a grudge against it. And then I unlock the door and into the back, and then bang, I wake up, man, and it's crazy. Somehow, in the back of the truck, alive and kicking. All it cost me was my skin and any opportunity for someone liking me for anything other than my lovely personality. And that was the day I became, well, they call us ghouls, not the most flattering name, but still beats being vaporized.
I guess. So, what's it like being a ghoul?
I mean, it's got its advantages. Main one is that radiation rolls off me like water off a duck's ass. Can stride through a blast zone like it's a spring breeze. Also, means I can survive in situations that would turn a normal person into a TV dinner. The major downside? Well, shit, you're looking at it, right? Head to toe disfiguration. There's also, well, you might have seen them. Not all ghouls are sane. Not sure how it happens, why some ghouls lose their minds and others don't. But ever since I turned, there's always this nagging feeling just at the back of my mind that I will have to feast on humans, raw! Seriously? Nothing? Shit, I thought it was funny. Overall, though, being a ghoul, mixed bag. Can't say I'd recommend it as a lifestyle choice.
Okay, well, not something we really have to worry about since we're sort of enhanced and we won't really ever have that problem. So, what do you do here?
Don't have one. I'm an independent operator. When these folks need a hand or got an errand that involves running into radiation, they come to me. Rats? They don't bother me anymore. In exchange, Duchess lets me drink and doesn't bother me too much about my tab. Really, about the best sort of setup a guy in my situation could ever ask for. Of course, sitting around looking like hamburger ain't all I do. Plans work out, I'll have all the drinking money I could ever need. But that ain't what you came here to talk about. Was there something else?
I kind of do want to know about what plans you have to have all the money you'll ever need, but okay.
Some other time then.
Alright. Gonna grab what I can grab here and then probably be on my way. I need to scrap stuff too. Break it down if I can. Don't suppose this is good water. Nah, it's quite dirty. Not sure why that tin can was there, but I am in need of metal, so... okay. Can't imagine the water's running in here, so I don't think anyone's using that toilet, I hope. Very nice rug. Quite intimidating. Locked door. I'll respect that. Cannot get into that safe. Okay. Need a bit higher skill and lockpicking to do it. Can rest here as well. Okay guys, well we're quite far into our first episode. I think I'll probably call this one here. I'm gonna get some rest and sleep for the night, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.